Welcome to this video on scaling your startup in 2026. This guide provides a practical playbook for founders looking to transform their initial ideas into sustainable market leaders. Modern founders face a unique landscape. With rapid technological advancements, the focus is on validation, agility, and building scalable sales. Success requires discipline and the ability to execute on these core pillars simultaneously. We begin with Chapter 1, Foundations and Validation. Before writing code or spending marketing dollars, successful startups invest time in understanding their target problem and confirming that it is worth solving. To identify real-world problems, avoid building in isolation, prioritize user frustrations, analyze the competitive landscape to find your niche, and clearly define your unique selling propositions before entering the market. Validate your hypothesis cheaply and quickly. Talk to potential users first. Utilize landing page tests or surveys to gauge demand, and iterate on specific market segments to find your beachhead. Defining your unique value proposition is crucial. Reach a point where your difference is clear enough that customers can describe it themselves, focusing on the features where you truly dominate. Market research essentials include quantifying your total addressable market, identifying competitive gaps that serve as your go-to-market wedge, and developing detailed buyer personas that focus on emotional and rational decision drivers. Your brand is more than a logo. It is the consistent emotional experience you provide. Ensure every touchpoint reflects your values, and remember that consistent delivery is the key to building lasting loyalty. Avoid common traps. Don't ignore user feedback. Keep a close watch on your cash flow, and ensure you have validated your product-market fit before scaling your acquisition efforts. Moving to Chapter 2, Lean Execution and Tools. Today, the most resourceful founders leverage AI, no-code platforms, and cloud-native architectures to maintain a competitive advantage without requiring massive funding. Your 2026 MVP strategy should be agile, AI-augmented, and cloud-native from day one. This approach allows you to ship faster, reduce development costs, and build a system ready for scale. Modern prototyping allows you to move from concept to product in days. Use low-code tools, A/B test your assumptions against real data, and implement personalization early to enhance the user experience. When selecting your tech stack, focus on cost efficiency through serverless architectures, prioritize automation for your workflows, and ensure seamless integration across your systems to prevent data bottlenecks. The software advantage lies in metrics over intuition. Use digital tools for precise, personalized reach, and avoid expensive traditional media spending until your digital growth loop is proven to be profitable. Finally, manage your team by fostering a culture of accountability, delegating tasks early to prevent burnout, and ensuring your team members are aligned with your mission. Talent and belief are your greatest assets. Welcome to Chapter 3, The Growth Engine. Once your product demonstrates clear signal, your priority shifts to sustainable growth. This chapter outlines the strategies to build a compounding engine that transforms early users into a lasting movement. Crafting a compelling brand story is vital. Focus on the tension your customer faces and position your product as the clear resolution. Build emotional connections through shared hopes and fears while maintaining a consistent voice across every channel. Growth requires a multi-channel approach. Start by building an organic audience with content and tutorials. Form strategic partnerships with complementary products to access qualified leads for free, and prioritize building a referral program before spending on paid media. To spark viral growth, invest in brand ambassadors who already love your category. Focus on thought leadership rather than just ads, and leverage your existing personal and professional network to kickstart initial traction and early reviews. Retention is your ultimate growth engine. Because acquiring new customers is costly, focus on cross-selling and upselling to increase lifetime value. Use behavioral data to predict churn and nurture relationships to ensure long-term stability. Choose a monetization model that aligns perfectly with your value proposition, whether it's subscription, freemium, or transaction-based. Above all, manage your burn rate and prioritize cash flow to ensure you stay in business long enough to scale. Welcome to Chapter 4, Building the Sales Pipeline. A pipeline is more than just a CRM. It is a systematic process that turns strangers into customers. This chapter details how to effectively fill and accelerate this system. Define your pipeline as a conveyor belt, moving prospects through prospecting, qualifying, and finally closing. If deals stall, address the specific stage immediately. Use BANT criteria during qualification to focus your energy on the highest probability opportunities. Your pipeline is only as effective as the quality of your conversations. Make it a daily habit to push every qualified lead to the next stage. Consistency here is the key to maintaining momentum. In B2B sales, remember that you are often selling to a committee, not an individual. Map your touch points to each stakeholder, the initiator, the evaluator, and the approver, addressing their unique concerns to move the deal towards signature. When your pipeline is empty, run a cold outreach sprint. Dedicate a week to high-volume, hyper-targeted messaging. Focus on sending personalized messages that lead with value, proving you understand the prospect's problem better than your competitors do. Convert faster by offering low-risk entry points. Use starter packages or paid pilots to build trust. When you present your offer, clearly define who you help, what result they get, and the time frame in which they achieve it. Your sales tech stack doesn't need to be expensive. Use tools like Apollo.io for precise lead sourcing, Phantom Buster for automated LinkedIn outreach, and a simple Notion database to manage your pipeline until you need a more robust CRM. Survival in the early days requires data. Build a weekly 30-day dashboard to track lead volume, quote conversion, and win rates. Use these metrics to calculate pipeline velocity and make informed decisions on where to pivot your strategy. Finally, invest in organic SEO content. Unlike paid ads, high-ranking content compounds, generating qualified traffic for years. Solve specific buyer questions and always include a clear call to action to turn those readers into potential leads. Let's look at community as an unfair advantage. Your ideal customer profile is likely gathering in niche communities. Engaging there by being genuinely helpful builds trust that compounds much faster than any traditional ad campaign. When should you spend money on ads? First, prove your organic strategy works. Then, start with a minimal $5 daily budget to test your conversion loop. Finally, track every dollar using UTM parameters to understand your costs before scaling. Product-led growth is the ultimate scaling lever. By letting users experience real value before they ever talk to sales, you drastically lower acquisition costs. Aim for a first success milestone in under 10 minutes of use. Here is your 90-day launch path. Spend the first 30 days building foundations with design partners. In the next 30, codify your pitch and identify winning channels. In the final 30, scale only the combinations that hit your targets. Remember, execution is your only strategy. Adopt a marathon mindset. Stay consistent week over week and start today. The best time to build was yesterday, but the second best time is right now. This program was brought to you by the Series of Thoughts team.